Hello and welcome back to Aliit by Beskar. I look a little different right now because I'm messing around with VTuber stuff and having a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna be a girl with cat ears tonight, and it's gonna be fun. I'm very happy about this. Before we jump in, I'm gonna say a few words about our sponsors, and then introduce everybody, and then we'll jump right into some very scary combat, because when we left off last week, someone was about to get bitten by a big dragon. It was very fun. So first off, we got sponsors, which are Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you would like, from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. You can pick up the physical copies on Amazon, or if you prefer a PDF version, you can pick that up at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom of the screen or the top left-hand corner of the screen too. And then also go check out our other sponsor, Die Hard Dice, at dieharddice.com. And oops, the captioner froze. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. So yeah, dieharddice.com. They sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. And if you use the code Animus up until December 20th, you can get 15% off your order. Normally it's just 10%, but for the holidays, they increase the amount on our discount codes. So Animus with a capital A, you can get 10% or 15% off your order until December 20th. Of the things that they have on their website, which are plentiful and amazing, I highly recommend checking out, if you're looking for a metal set, the Nightshade set, or the Mythica Dreamscape Nightshade set specifically. It's purple and pink with black outlines, and it's just really satisfying to roll. And then also, if you're looking for a polymer set, I cannot recommend enough the Black Feather set, which was made for our channel. It's very pretty. It's a clear dye with black and purple sort of inky looking swirls all throughout it and a bunch of glitter. It looks a lot like a raven feather. It's very cool. It comes with a Black Feather Guild crest sticker, and yeah, there's a limited run, so definitely recommend picking that up sooner rather than later before they run out. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network, or on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Black Feather Guild and it'll be the first thing to pop up. So I think that is everything there. So we'll go with introductions, starting at the top left with V. Tell us a little bit about Anaka and yourself.
Hi, I'm V, or Vanessa. I am an artist. I work primarily in traditional mediums, as well as a little bit of digital art as well. So if you'd like to take a look at any of my work, you can certainly do so. I have an art Twitter, which is at PepperoDraws. That's Peppero like the candy, just there, I was going to say behind. It's not behind, it's below, just below my name card. If it were behind my name card, you wouldn't be able to see it, but you can. So yes. I recently just posted a couple of sketches. I've been doing some facial feature studies. The first one to be posted up there is there's a couple of photos of some lovely eyes that I drew as a study last night, so you can take a look at those. They're super fun. But yeah, I play Anaka. She is a dark force using Togruta, of dubious past, that she doesn't really talk about, and it doesn't really seem to matter anymore because she's in it for the long haul with these absolutely lovely people that she's managed to get herself roped in with. And I think she enjoys it probably a little bit more than she lets on, or a little bit more than she'd admit. But yeah, she's here and currently riding on the back of a dragon, which she was about to plunge her lightsaber into before we got so rudely cut off last week. So I'm super excited to see where that goes. But yeah, that's me and Anaka.
Rudely cut off? I have no idea what you're referring to.
I'm sure you don't. As the person who controls the pacing of the show, it's you have no idea. Of course not.
Somebody's throwing stuff. Next, we normally have Nikki. She's going to join us a little bit later, but she plays Ilsa, who's actually about to get bitten by a giant dragon. So that'll be maybe not a painless thing to come back to, but it'll be fine. But yeah, go check out her stuff at jdpots7575 on Twitter. Next, we'll hop over to Jordan. Tell us a little bit about Nadara and yourself.
Hi, my name is Jordan, aka Sassy with Sandra on all the platforms. I play Nadara Arcturus, who may or may not be the reason that we are in this position. She'll never tell, but she won't exactly lie. She'll just leave out 95% of the truth, evidently. Things we learned. She's absolutely obsessed with kyber crystals, like obsessed. And she's a scout Zebrak that I can never say correctly.
Awesome. Next, we've got Matt. Tell us a little bit about Jai and yourself.
Hello, I'm Matt. I'm a content creator of various stripes, and I play Jai Soren, the son of a clone commando, and he's learning that he has to grow up and he hates it. It's just, well, at least now he gets to shoot things again, and that's great. That's what he lives for, is spending destiny points, looking cool, and blowing stuff up. So
perfect. And then last but not least, Par, tell us a little bit about Zadu and yourself.
Hi, I'm Par. I post things on the internet and then don't promote them because why would you? Why would you promote something you're working on? Doesn't make any sense, right? And I am once again just playing Zadu Baka, the Twi'lek raised on the Force Floors of Kashyyyk. Sorry, I think I said Endor earlier somewhere else. But Kashyyyk, he was raised by Wookiees and is now a sort of a Mandalorian Wookiee hybrid. The Twi'lek bits are just the appearance.
Awesome. That just leaves me. Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related or adjacent. My link tree is in chat, or if you can't see chat, it's linktr.ee/theraven, like it's spelled below my face, or I guess below my avatar's face this evening. And then, yeah, I play everything else in the galaxy, including Kieran Lal, who's a former Jedi, and Pilot, who helps out the crew here a bit. So, as I mentioned, last session, you were all in sort of a kind of like a box canyon sort of situation. There's a bunch of undergrowth, thorny bushes and stuff that was kind of blocking your way to a cave. And so decisions were made to go around that, and unfortunately caught the attention of something on Dantooine that is a equivalent to a small crate dragon. It's not literally a crate dragon, but it's like Dantooine's version of one. And there was much pain involved and fighting. Zadu got chomped and then thrown through the air, but thankfully, jetpacks are a thing for Mandos and he didn't get squished. And then, yeah, I believe it was the dragon's turn next, and we ended the last session with it getting ready to sort of chomp down on Ilsa. So let me go ahead and roll that attack roll for the bite. Okay, that is definitely gonna hit. I need more d6s.
boy, you hate to hear that.
I was gonna say, that's always what you want to hear the GM say.
Never once. Not even as a GM.
So that's gonna be that number plus that number. This is gonna be 14 plus Oh, that's the attack bonus. I'm trying to figure, because this thing is a little too strong, so I'm actually nerfing it a little bit. This is gonna be 29 damage.
Oh,
Yes, the nerfed dragon, 29 damage.
The template I'm working from is a lot more than that.
I mean, you'd think we'd be fine with the scale of damage in this game, considering Saxon just shrugged off a proton torpedo to the face one time. So,
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you all have done a ton of damage to this thing already, so it's not going to be able to do this like that many more times. I'm sure most of you will survive.
boy, you just had to quantify that, didn't you?
Did I say it was? All of you will survive. I'm sure.
Is this just because we didn't let Kieran take a nap before we left?
No.
I don't know. It's either that or we didn't let you have a snack.
No, it's fine. I have no doubt that you all will be able to defeat this thing before someone actually dies. So next up is okay, so next up is Jai.
Oh boy. All right. So to recap for myself, because it's been a week, and for the rest of our friends at home and on the computer, maybe, what's the situation? I know I'm in the air. I think Zadu's in the air. Anaka's on top of its head.
So mostly correct. Yes, Anaka is like on its neck, I think, just below the head, and
Okay.
Zadu is on the tail, like trying to hack the tail off.
Okay, and Nadara is a bush.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nadara is foliage.
I am one with the shrubbery.
And the shrubbery is with you. Yes. And Ilsa's in its mouth. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. This all seems and Kieran's taking a nap on the boat. Yeah.
Yep.
This all seems fine. There's the stupid thing I could do that I think would be cool, or there's the just useful thing that I could do.
My vote is yes. So what's the party want Jai to do?
Stupid thing then. So Jai's gonna position himself kind of over the back of the thing, like between Anaka and Zadu.
Okay.
And he's gonna get like 10, 15 feet up. And he's gonna pull his new Beskar vibro blade out, vibro bayonet out, clip it onto the front of the gun, just go, I can cut it too, guys, and just kill, like point it down, and then just kill his jetpack, and just orbit drop this thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
Look, Jai needs to burn out some stress, I guess. I don't know. How do you want me to just make an attack roll? Like,
yeah, just a melee attack roll. I mean, this thing's reflex defense is 15 because it's colossal.
right. I'm more concerned about what you're going to do to me. Well, I got hit it for a 31.
Yeah, I think a 31 is going to cut it. Yep.
And that's 16 damage.
Okay. How high did you say you were?
I said 10 to 15 feet.
Okay, you're fine then.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 or 5 squares, I think, is when you start taking damage in D&D, and 10 to 15 feet is within 3 squares, so you should be fine.
I'm not going to argue this point at all. Thank you.
So yeah, you are able to just drop down on it and just drive this Beskar vibroblade bayonet into its back, and it it turns its head around and is like, I've been having a real pain right there, and I think you hit the pressure point. I appreciate that so much. I'm kidding. It gets very angry at you and roars. Anaka, you don't have to make a check for it or anything, but it starts bucking its head around and trying to throw you off, and the ride gets a little more rough, but otherwise you're fine.
What's the equivalent, the space equivalent of yeehaw?
Actually, I think Han says yeehaw, in the very first movie. So
okay.
It's yeehaw.
Han yeehaws. Obi-Wan wants people to go to hell. It's all fine.
I don't actually think Anaka's going to say yeehaw, but that is good to know for future.
Yeah. I didn't know I wanted something until it was taken away.
Sorry to dash your hopes and dreams.
Are you though?
Narrated voice. No, she wasn't.
All right. Anything else, Jai?
I mean, depending on how you ruled movement, I'd jet back up into the sky if I can. I will also fully accept if you say no.
Yeah, no, probably not. But you do have like a swift action that you could do something with, or you could say something to your teammates here.
You know what I will do? Because I think Jai is not a complete idiot, despite his actions. I will, with my offhand, grab a nearby spine just to brace a little bit.
Okay. You can do that for sure. And then Zadu, it is your turn next.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Zadu, the character, is not attached to the idea of taking this thing's tail off, but I certainly am. So I'm gonna 2 more attacks, smack the tail. Come off, damn it. Need a trophy. Good Mando with a good trophy. All right. Attack number 1.
That will hit for 26 damage. Nice.
Woo. Okay, attack number 2.
That will also hit for a significant amount of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you get like a decent chunk of this thing's tail off. It is enraged, you could say.
Yeah. Zadu seems a little different, but he came back from captivity, so it is enraged, and Zadu is also sort of enraged. And the best way I can describe it is that he's going full Wook.
I like that. That's cool.
Maybe in captivity his Wookiee sounds have gotten better, but for moments you're probably sort of baffled if you're not looking that these sounds are coming from Zadu.
Okay.
Yeah. Going full Wook.
All right. You've still got a move and a swift if you want to do anything else. Otherwise, you can just hang on right there.
No movement. Not gonna move with this tail. I think I could second wind, or do I need to be lower health for that?
I can't recall. I forgot that was a thing. It's a very useful thing.
I did too, but then I was looking at hit points and it was like second wind, and I'm like, what is this? What is this thing I'm missing out on? If you're reduced to 1/2 your max, yeah, okay. So not yet, but eventually.
Okay, well, give the dragon another turn and we'll get you there.
Oh, great.
I'm just teasing. It's Nadara's turn next if Zadu's done.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. I am one with the shrubbery. However, I would like to do probably the same thing that I did last time. she is going to pop out of the shrubbery, take aim, and fire.
All right.
Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Pew, pew, pew. Hold on. I got a lot of things that go with this, so it's gonna take me a minute to figure that out. Okay, cool.
You're good.
So I get. Oh, am I point blank?
Yes.
Okay. Where is the button to do the thingy? Hold on. Sorry.
You're
It's
good.
literally right here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
My
this
bad.
this thing is literally like almost the size of your spaceship, so it's point blank range is like ludicrously far. Okay, that will hit.
Okay, I get to do 2 damages.
Nice.
2 damage die. What did we say the damage die was? Sorry.
Doing a rifle, so it should be a D8.
Cool nuggets. Okay. Well,
That's one more damage though.
you know, I'll take what I can get. Can she become one with the shrubbery again?
Let's see. Coming out of it is technically a move, and then standard. So no, you don't have enough actions
Okay.
left to do it.
Okay, well, she is gonna feel like she's one with the shrubbery.
Okay,
Even if she's not.
that works. Okay, and then I need to look something up real quick. And while I do that, Anaka, it is your turn.
I wrote down notes last week so that I would know how to attack this thing, and I still have no idea what these notes mean.
Oh no.
Like I have so much information listed in front of me right now that I have no idea what's going on at any given moment. But I'm going to
Are you
drive
me this week? Because that sounds like me.
I think we might be sharing a brain cell this week, yes. But I'm going to take my lightsaber. I'm going to drive it straight into this thing's spine
Okay.
from where I am on its neck. So, of course, me thinking I was doing something good, I have not been slotting any of my attacks into my character sheet because I had it all written down. But then the more I took on extra things while I was leveling, the more convoluted it became. So you're gonna have to bear with me for the sake of attacking. So just give me 1 second.
No worries.
All right. So with my lightsaber, I'm just going to roll to attack first. You guys get to sit and painfully wait for me to type all my information here. Okay, base attack bonus. And then Dex. Okay, 5. So it's going to be a plus 16. And then I have a +1 lightsaber bonus because shout out to Kieran for sparring with me that one time.
Oh yeah. Your lightsaber itself is also gives you a +1 to attack.
It is. Yeah, actually, no, it's a +2 lightsaber. I get 2 attack and 2 damage.
That's right.
So,
it was +2.
Let's see. Fingers crossed, please. A 34.
Nice. Yeah, I think that will hit.
Okay. So that being said, my monster list of feats here. Just give me 1 moment.
You surpassed its reflex defense by more than twice.
Oh Jesus. See, the worst part about having so many things to choose from is there's so many things to choose from.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is, because we have those sneaky little feats that you helped me plan, I'm not going to be able to use them this time because it doesn't make sense. But I am going to
Yeah.
take another page from Jai's book. And considering we just got to level up and I'm back up to 9 destiny points, I am going to spend one in order to earn my triple crit.
Nice.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend one and get a triple crit. And then to roll for damage. So let's see. Damage for my lightsaber. I think I can use my rapid strike. This is what I mean by so many things to choose from. With my rapid strike, okay. So improved rapid strike. When using a light melee weapon or lightsaber with the rapid strike feat, you can take a -5 penalty to your attack roll and gain +2 dice of damage on a successful strike. So I'm going to use that.
Smart.
So that's good. The base damage for the lightsaber is 2d8 plus. I have a +2 here, and I have no idea where it comes from.
From
it's from the +2 lightsaber. Duh.
I was gonna say Hazuska's lightsaber, I think is why that is.
Yeah. So that brings me up to. So that would be a 29 instead on the attack roll, which I think you insisted still works.
Way more than enough.
Okay. So that's 4d8 +2.
Okay.
Because it was, okay. So 48 +2. So will I just roll that and then triple it?
Yes.
Okay. My goodness. This this takes so long for me to
Matt,
do.
your face.
This is the damage equivalent of engage ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So 22. That's going to be 66.
Nice. So it's not quite dead yet, but that did a ton of damage. So you're not quite able to like paralyze it or like insta kill it, but it's got like a big hole in its neck that shouldn't be there. And it's doing a real big struggle. It's real not happy.
I think Anaka probably doesn't yeehaw, but she does let out just this big yipping sound. Like she is having the time of her life. Absolutely just enjoying the hell out of this.
I love that.
She knows this thing is close to done and she loves it.
Oh yeah. It's struggling to breathe, and it's like gurgling. It's definitely almost dead. And I think that was just a standard action actually. Did you want to move at all, or are you good there?
I forgot that was just a standard action. Took so long, it might as well have been 3. Yeah, no, I think she's good staying where she is. She's just gonna grip on tighter.
All right.
Use the hilt that's sticking out of this thing as like a just to plant her in.
Okay. It's Ilsa's turn next. Nikki's not able to join us just yet, but I'm going to do the most self-preservation option. I just need to pull her character sheet up. So she's at half health. So I think she's going to jetpack away a bit, up on like one of the cliffs and try to do like a blaster pistol down at everything. I know she's got one. There it is. Which will hit and do some damage. All right. And this thing is doing like I said, a real big struggle. Let's see. So it's the dragon's turn next. Ilsa had aggro, but now Ilsa's not an option to strike. So let's see. You've got Jai on the back, Zadu on what's left of the tail, and Anaka on the head of this thing. And then Nadara in the canyon. Let's see what this thing's gonna do.
Oh no.
We're gonna roll a d4.
Oh no.
It's gonna give up because it's not its day.
Nope. I even like did a d4 just to see like which one of the. There's an obvious answer, but let's let the die decide. Maybe he just like really wants to try to chomp on whatever's on his back. Nope. The dice said Nadara.
That's mean. I feel called out.
This thing's big mad.
Uh-oh.
So it's gonna use something. Unfortunately.
Nadara dies on her quest for a kyber crystal that she dragged everybody else on.
Died as she lived.
Oh, what's your reflex defense again?
Oh, I don't know. Wait, where is it? Sorry.
Towards the top of the sheet.
So, reflex defense. Total 16.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit. So where is the 16 and that was a 27. So yeah, that definitely is gonna hit. That's gonna be that. I need a calculator for this. Just not what you want to hear.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
The maths were too big.
Uh,
I swear.
how many hit points do you have, Nadara?
Well, my character sheet says that I have 90. Well, I currently have 75.
Okay. So it's gonna do. A thing's gonna happen.
I'm not ready.
So this thing, like as it's dying, like it's basically dead, but it's not quite completely dead, so it can still do a giant fuck you people that just killed me. So it's gonna like fall on Nadara like while it's biting.
Oh my god.
And so it will do more than your hit points and damage. And you'll get tossed down the canyon a little bit. Now question. Would you like to spend a destiny point?
Sorry, what?
Okay. So
No, Raven, I have a death wish. I'd like to spend a death
I mean, maybe you want to roll a new character. That's fine. So what's gonna happen? You spend that destiny point. Everything I just talked about still happens, but I want to hear whatever before we get to what happens after that makes you not die. What is everyone's reaction to seeing this? The dragon dying and landing on Nadara, and for what very much looks like just unaliving Nadara real quick.
Oh shit!
Don't know. Oh, someone wake up Kieran. Someone wake up Kieran.
I don't think Jai's even heard Zadu curse before, except in this moment.
Why do you think he just went to panic?
How about Anaka? What's Anaka's reaction to this? Because you got a real close-up view of what happened.
Yeah, oh goodness. Yeah, I was gonna say, can I even see it? But I'm right there, huh?
Front row seats.
You're in the splash zone.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for this, but not really. In cartoons when the bad thing is clearly happening and the cartoon character is just like experiencing it. Like, do you know what I mean though?
I think so.
It's like I can't think off the top of my head of like a ready example. But just kind of like that breaking the fourth wall, the cartoon character is just like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I think that's what Anaka's like. She's like, hello, like that kind of. It's not like a sadness or like a frustration or like an oh god. It's just like a well that happened. So she's just kind of hanging out, still attached to this thing, hanging on for dear life. And she's just like, yeah, well, that's a thing that just happened right in front of me. Cool.
No, I
Turn
totally
and look
get
at cameras and be like, we'll be right back, folks.
Oh my goodness. And then for Ilsa, first of all, welcome in, Nikki. Let me catch up on what just happened real quick. So Ilsa got chomped by the dragon. It took you down to half health, but you were able to get away, and you're at a safe distance. Zadu cut off its tail. Anaka did a really cool thing and just put a hole in its neck. Jai did a down B attack and smash with a Beskar bayonet and stabbed it in the back. And with its like death throws, it landed on Nadara, and for all intents and purposes, for all of your characters, Nadara is dead right now. What's Ilsa's reaction?
She wasn't looking. She missed it.
And thus the death of Nadara went unnoticed. Now, Jordan has spent a destiny point. So, Nadara, as you are seeing your life flash before your eyes and then sudden blackness, a moment later, everyone else sees this glowing light sort of come out of the cave that you were going to and sort of settle on Nadara and then disappear. And Nadara, you wake up at 17 hit points.
Yeah.
Jai literally does like points at Nadara, points at Anaka, and goes, "What'd you do?"
No, that wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Nadara like props herself up. She's like, I imagine when she fell down, she was like like a starfish. And so she like props herself up. She goes, whoa. Okay. Is the thingy still living? Or was that like its dying breath?
Oh yeah, with its dying breath, it decided to say "fuck you," Nadara.
Nadara like jumps up and goes, "I'm good. Let's go."
And as you hop up, you can see like definite signs of, without going into too much detail, like you definitely died. There is blood and stuff everywhere, but you look at yourself and you look completely fine. Like, you're exhausted and you don't feel the greatest, but there's no visible wounds on your body.
Nadara takes a look around and she goes, that's concerning. We're not going to talk about that. And she starts hiking up the mountain.
All right, cool. You are out of combat. The thing is very dead. Is there anything that you would like to do with the very dead dragon?
Hi, yes, Jai has been detached, as we established. I'm gonna go hunting for a pearl.
Yep, I had a feeling you might say that.
Jai is going to deal with whatever miracle just happened by not addressing it, and instead crawling into the actual stomach of this lizard thing or cutting into it with his fancy toy.
So I'll give you the option of either survival or treat injury.
Oh, jeez.
To see how well you can.
Survival's going to be the right choice for Jai.
Okay. And then how many pearls are in this thing normally?
Oh my God, please, like a dozen?
I need to interrupt to say this because if I don't, it's going to sit in my head and I'm going to lose it and disappear. And then I'll wake up in the middle of the night going, damn it, I wish I'd told them this. But I just had like a very vivid image of if Anaka were any other type of person, she would have ridden that dying dragon like a surf wave and gone cowabummer when Nadaro died.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know why it popped into my brain, but I had to share it with you because yeah, that's all I had to say about that.
That feels like a very Alice thing to say.
Does it not though?
Right?
Like cowabummer. Like
Yikes.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm dead now.
Am deceased.
Yep. Cowabubber is the raid cry. Yes,
Yeah,
Michael, I
kinda.
love that. Oh, so Jai.
I got a 14.
Yeah.
Do I need to add a force point?
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
got this shiny new stock of them.
It's okay. God, that tickled me. Whew.
Well done.
Yes, you are able to find 5 pearls inside of this thing.
Groovy. Right into a pouch.
Awesome.
I'm done.
Would anyone else like to try and scavenge anything off of this corpse?
I want to kick it in the face. That's it.
Okay.
Sorry, Zadu will take the entire. He wasn't joking. This is his trophy from this hunt.
Taking the entire tail?
Taking the entire tail, and he's definitely going to parade it back on the
Okay.
the vendor.
So there's a couple of options. You can just pick it up and take it with you, and you will just be encumbered for that entire time. You can set it aside in a safe spot and come back for it, which I will go ahead and tell you, like, nothing's going to mess with it. Or you can take it back to the ship now and then come back.
Oh yeah.
Whichever one you'd like to do.
It seems more expedient to just take it back to the ship now.
Okay. You're able to do so. It takes you a little time, obviously, to go down and get back. When you get to the ship, like, it's quiet. Presumably Kieran's taking a nap. I don't know if you want to, like, bug her at all or anything. Or just go.
Bugging Kieran. Well, I think it's funny. It's not what Zadu would do.
Okay.
I guess he'll do the equivalence of putting on like making tea and then sort of leaving it on like a what is the stove area? The keep warm.
Okay.
I barely use this part of the stove, which is sort of like the keep warm setting.
Okay. Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, like a little reminder, like I don't know how long we're be here, like an hour. Like, wake up, get some tea, refresh yourself.
That's very sweet. Okay. Nadara, when you kick the dragon in the head, you end up kicking one of its teeth loose and it just sort of drops on the ground.
Oh, I'm taking it.
Okay. All right, and then anyone else want to do anything before we move on?
Can I also just storm off to the ship angrily?
Sure.
That's what she's going to do. She's going to ignore everyone and just storm off.
Okay.
Does this thing have any spines? It has spines on its back, right?
It does, yes.
Okay, Anaka's gonna take one. Trophy.
Okay. You can easily cut that off with the lightsaber. Yeah, I think that's about everything there. So I assume once you all reconvene, you're gonna go to the I don't know why my avatar decided that was shocking. I assume you're all gonna go to the cave. That's the word. Okay. Is Ilsa going to the cave as well, or is she gonna stay on the ship?
Until
Oh. There was a robot until, but that's about all we heard. Sounds like we're having some tech difficulties there. We can figure that out when we come back to after the break, though, because we're going to go on that here shortly. Before we do, though, everyone who is going into the cave, as soon as you get in there, it's like a kaleidoscope. There are various types of gems and crystals and shiny rocks and all sorts of things just covering the walls and the ceiling. So any bit of light that you bring in just causes that to sparkle beautifully. And it's like a cavern sort of a thing. So there's a lot of it's cool. There's a lot of little water dripping sounds and some stalactites and things like that. And that's sort of what you walk into. And then we'll take our break here, and when we come back, you can explore the cavern. So we will be right back. Hey, Rafiki, we'll be right back. So go grab snacks, drinks, whatever you need, and we'll see you in a minute. Hey, we are back. So we've got everyone, including Ilsa, going into this cave. That the maybe the dragon lived in. It's a little unclear. But all along the walls and the ceiling, it's just a kaleidoscope of very pretty shiny rocks and gems and crystals and things like that. And it's very damp and it's cool, as in temperature cool. And there's water that can be heard dripping. There's like stalactites and stuff. And yeah, what do you do as you go into the cave? It looks like it's like a deep cavern, so there's probably like little tunnels and things that come off of this primary entrance just from glancing at it.
Jai's gonna look around for just a second and then look at Nadar and be like, "Hey, are you dead?" And then like poke her.
Nadar goes, "Hey, hands off. Do I look dead to you?" No, but like, really, do I look dead?
Jai looks back out of the cave and like, a little.
Well, no, I meant, well, I know what that looks like. I'm talking about this. And she gestures to all of her.
No, you don't look dead. Where are we going?
Okay. In a direction. In this direction. And she turns the thingy around to show you and then immediately turns it back.
Oh, good. Let's hope no more lizards. And gun up on shoulder.
Okay. Unnecessary. She like mutters under her breath as she like starts walking.
All right. Nadara, as you're walking in, could I get a perception check?
I guess if you really need it. Are you gonna kill me again?
No.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my roll 20 because it does not want to pull up right now. Okay. Perception. Ew, wrong button.
32. Wow.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
I see.
All right. So with a nat 20, you can see that that there's a lot of various gems and crystals, all of which are probably valuable. None of them in this room are kyber crystals, but there's a lot of valuable stuff in this particular room. And you can see some dragon footprints on the ground, so presumably it either lived here or used it as a place to hang out or something. And then at the back of the cave, there are 5 different tunnels that branch out. I see you, Matt.
I've seen this episode of Rebels.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm very excited. Actually, this is gonna be great.
And for Nadara, you can see very clearly down the right-hand tunnel, the far right tunnel. At the end of it, there is something that's glinting and shining in the darkness. And it looks just like a kyber crystal.
Well, Matt's response intimidated Jordan. However, Nadara is unfazed and runs straight towards it with no hesitation.
Okay. You are able to get to the end of the tunnel, and they're just resting, almost falling out of the wall. This little, like, mud sort of wall is a kyber crystal.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna go grab it.
So you touch it, right?
Yes.
Cool. It's a kyber crystal.
Die again.
No, I'm just teasing. It's literally a kyber crystal that you have in your hand. Nothing like collapses or anything like that.
Oh, thank God.
Though when you do turn around, you don't see the rest of the party at the end of the tunnel that you came from. This tunnel continues further, though.
What happens if I go out? I would like to go back towards where my friends are and call their names.
Yeah, as you run back, you can see the same room that you came from, although the entrance to the cave seems to be gone. It's just one big room.
What?
And your friends don't seem to be there.
What if I set the kyber crystal down on the floor?
It rests neatly on the floor and nothing happens.
Dang it. And Nadara says, dang it. And picks it up and starts hustling down the hallway.
All right. We're gonna hop back to the rest of the group. So Nadara looks around and then is just gone down the far right tunnel that you all are able to see as your eyes adjust.
Hey, wait. Oh, okay.
And then about 30 seconds later, just a little bit into the tunnel, there's just like a rock wall that seems to be there that wasn't there before.
We can all see that just kind of show up.
Yeah, just like if you blink, like you blink and then it's there.
Don't blink. Jai's gonna immediately just like pivot and look right at Enoch and be like, what is happening?
Why do you always assume that I'm the one who has something to do with it?
Force thingy out of lightsaber into boopity boop. We come here, fight thing. She died and didn't, and now gone in Stonewall. That's base magic. You're the magic person. The other one's napping.
That's not how the Force works, Jai.
Yes, that's amazing.
Anaka just looks at you like you've never said anything more stupid in your life.
And while they're doing this, can Elsa roll a perception or use the force?
Absolutely. Either one.
And I'll use a destiny point if that helps at all. I'm going to use the force.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. Because you might get a nat 20.
No.
That's still a really high roll, though. That is a nat 20, actually.
That is a nat 20.
I didn't.
Awesome.
Oh wow! I've never gotten a nat 20 on that.
So yeah, you don't even need to use a destiny point. So you're use the force. So as you reach out with the force, you can feel that this place is incredibly strong in the force. In a way that you didn't feel outside of the cave. So like outside, everything felt normal. That's fine. It's whatever. But now inside the cave, you feel a very strong connection to the force. And it doesn't really seem to be like leaning either way. It's just it's not light side, it's not dark side, it's just the force. And there does seem to be some sort of presence here. But it's very alien and it's unlike anything that you've ever experienced before.
Is it behind the wall of where Nadara went?
It seems to be everywhere.
Is there a way to get past?
You are not able to see any way to get past that wall at the moment.
Can I roll a regular perception?
You can, though you'll pretty much get kind of the same thing.
Okay, let's just find a way past it.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a way past that wall. Like you could try to brute force your way through it, but your use the force check would probably tell you that that's probably not going to work. But there are 4 other tunnels that are next to it.
Okay, I'm just going to start walking down one.
Okay. Do you choose the left, right, or the left or right middle ones?
Well, the middle.
Okay. The left middle or the right middle?
Left middle.
All right, cool. So you go down that one.
What did you charge?
And does anybody just checking? Does anybody follow immediately behind Ilsa, or say anything? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I think Jai's still like waiting, like still arguing with Anaka.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
So Ilsa, you start wandering down this tunnel, and the more you walk, the less it feels like dirt and rock underneath your feet, until it starts to sound like metal. What's the word? There's a word I'm trying to think of, but like floor plates on a ship or in a building.
I forgot.
So it's just a little odd, and then it opens up into what looks like one of the citadels from your home planet on Bastion. And you can see there's a whole bunch of people, and there's a sort of a throne-looking thing in the middle of it. And everybody in the room, including your family, seems to just be looking at you expectantly, sort of making a way for you to walk up to the throne if you would like.
I want to walk, but is my comm working?
If you try the comm, it does not seem to be working.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try it anyway, but I want to still walk up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reach everyone and see what's going on if they know.
As you try the comm, all you get back is static for a little bit, and then it seems to crackle to life. And you hear what sounds like a soldier's voice on the other end of the line, basically waiting for the order to attack. Just saying, do we attack?
No. No,
All right.
don't attack.
Okay. So
Wrong channel. Wrong number.
the voice on the other end says, all right, we'll stand by. And then everybody in the Citadel seems to be still staring at you, looking kind of impatient almost, but also a little bit like scared of you.
Okay. Maybe, I'm just going to go back. I'll just leave.
Okay. As you walk away, you're met at as you try to get back to like the main room with everybody. Same thing that happened in Nadara happens for Ilsa. So you get back to the big room. The entrance seems to be gone, and your friends aren't there. But if you look over your shoulder or turn around, the Citadel's gone as well. We're gonna pause Ilsa there as well. Go back to the rest of the group. So Anaka, Jai, and Zadu, 3 of you are alone in this cave. And now there are only 3 tunnels left open.
I think while Anaka is like arguing with Jai, she does that thing where it's like she looks over slightly, sees that it's closed off now, and then just stops arguing, like looks directly at it. She's like, why does this group have just a knack for going off and doing things? That's not smart.
Yes, because you've never done that at all.
Well, I'm not trapped behind a rock wall now, am I, Jai?
I mean, yet, presumably.
Anaka
Space Magic
contemplates
101.
how she might get away
What's
with planning Jai's demise and making it look like it was the dragon.
I will best friend you.
I don't know, what is there for us to do now? What? So there are three. There are three tunnels open, right?
There are 3 tunnels left. Yes, there's one in the left, and then 2 to the right.
What does Zadu think?
Yes, please.
Because us 2 eggheads over here aren't getting anything
Help us,
done.
voice of reason. Jai's just panicking now.
All right. Well, Zadu, having observed events so far, they closed off after people went into them. So, it seems to me that what's happening here is that the cave, I'm not sure if it has a will or not, the Force is a strange concept, seems to be separating us for whatever purpose. I don't know if you feel anything malicious, Anaka.
Anaka just mutters under her breath, and it's like, wow, you observed that the doors showed up, and when the doors showed up, that's cool. She's gonna, let's do a use the Force and see if Anaka can sense, not necessarily like good or bad, but just like the shape of thoughts, maybe. If there's any will to the space, if maybe it's not necessarily words, but just thoughts.
Okay.
Just a moment. Oh goodness, it keeps asking me if I want to add a modifier. No, I don't.
All right.
I would just like to add that I rolled a 12.
Nice.
Jeepers Christmas.
I without getting a crit fail, the most or the least that I can get on my use of the Force checks now is 23. I love that for me.
Wild. So with the 33, yes, you feel a lot of the same stuff that Ilsa felt, in that you didn't feel much of a Force presence outside of the cave, but inside now it's massive and it's everywhere. And it definitely has, like, as you sort of probe it to see, like, does this have a will? It does, that you can kind of sense. It's everywhere. You don't sense any like ill intent or malevolence.
Okay.
But you also don't sense any like good intent either. It's like the most neutral sensation you've ever had.
Okay. Is it something that I would be able to... I know that telepathy is kind of like a physical creature. Does it have to be a physical creature? Is there anything on the receiving end that can be connected to?
You can certainly try.
Okay, so telepathy is a basic use of the Force, so I would just roll another one of those, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So 41.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat
Nice.
20.
Yeah, you definitely connect to something that feels, the size of it is indescribable. Like, you connect to this thing and you suddenly feel like the tiniest, most insignificant life form. And it's a bit overwhelming. But you can sense that you've definitely connected to it. It's not really saying anything to you, but you've connected to it.
Okay. And am I still seeing my surroundings? Like, it's not so overwhelming that I just kind of lose track of what I'm doing, is it?
No, it's not like debilitating you. It's just
big.
Yeah, it's just big. It's very overwhelming.
Okay. With that connection, Anaka just kind of wants to probe a little bit and see if she can get any images or feedback of any kind. Just like, where are my friends? Like, what's going on here?
Okay. The sensation that you get is, when like an adult parental figure is like very, very busy and a tiny child keeps asking the same question over and over again, and they sort of just like gently like physically move them out of the way so that they can finish what they're doing, and just like and sort of give you an answer. It's not like, it's not a mean thing. It's not a like, they're not yeeting you across the room or anything like that. But it's just sort of this impatient, like, that's such a not relevant question to me right now sort of response. That's kind of the sensation that you feel. And you feel your connection to this being sort of forcefully moved back, not in a harmful way, but enough to be like, oh, wow, that was that thing could have yeeted me across the planet if it wanted to. And the only response that you really get is patience.
Yes, patience. Anaka's favorite thing.
Yeah.
Which she clearly looks annoyed by. And she just kind of turns to Jai and Zadu and says, apparently we have to wait.
The Force does work in mysterious ways.
Well, if the Force could work in mysterious ways a little bit faster, that would be great. And she says that directed at whatever, like, gently put its hand on her forehead and just pushed her backwards.
Jai just pulls his rifle down from her shoulder. She goes, counterpoint, and starts looking down the middle path.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do Anaka real quick, and then Jai. So Anaka, as you say that, like, it could work a little faster. The leftmost tunnel that's remaining, at the end of it, you see just the blade of a lightsaber ignite, or a red blade, and behind it is a red-skinned alien with little, like, not exactly tentacles, but like sort of tendril type things on its face. And out of character, it's a like Sith, as in the race of Sith. And it's just looking at you. And it seems familiar to you.
Anaka looks to the other two. Like, are you seeing this shit? Like, is she the only person who can see it?
Anaka's the only one that sees this.
You know what? She's just gonna go with it because fuck around and find out, I guess. She's gonna move into the tunnel.
All right.
If this thing wants her to be patient, then she might as well fucking find something to do in the meantime.
And then Jai, as you look down the middle, you see Saxon just sort of poking not just his head, but like half his torso around the corner of obviously a connecting tunnel. You sort of lock eyes for a second, and then he ducks back into the tunnel very quickly.
Jetpack full burn down that tunnel.
All
What
right.
is wrong with all of us?
Chronological, alphabetical, which would you like?
Fair point. Fair point.
Grammatical. So
Ecumenical, existential.
we'll get to Anaka and Jai again in 1 second, but Zadu, I want to get your reaction first because you are now completely alone in this cave, and there is only one tunnel left open.
After seeing Anaka get annoyed and basically commune with this place, Jai, they're both kind of arguing it out about who would sort of get in trouble first. And then seeing them both basically simultaneously just run off. While nobody's here, Zadu pinches the like bridge of his nose like hard enough that he like realizes he squeezed the door and has to stop because he feels like nose cracking, and he's just like, okay. Sure, I guess we're doing this. And sort of just shrugs and goes towards this last tunnel.
Okay. So for Zadu, as you start walking down this tunnel, it starts to feel humid and warm, and the ground gets a little more spongy. And before you really notice it, you feel like you're on the forest floor back on Kashyyyk, which is not a safe place to be at all. What's your reaction?
Ooh. Zadu feels at home and also a deep sense of dread because he knows how true it is that the forest floor of Kashyyyk is not where you want to be for the most part. Really torn.
Okay. And as you're feeling sort of torn, off in the distance you can hear somebody crying for help. But it's a very strange sound because it sounds like Anaka's voice, and then Ilsa's voice, and then your Wookiee family's voice, and then Jai's voice. It kind of cycles through all the people that you've known and cared about, and it seems to be all of them sort of all at once.
Sure, not disturbing at all. Zadu will he'll start heading towards the voice, sort of at a careful pace, as to not give himself away immediately.
Okay. As you are walking, you can hear immediately overhead the sounds of something large, like something like a predator of the forest. Sounds like that sort of rustling overhead. And I think we'll pause Zadu there and hop back over to Anaka real quick. So Anaka, you walk or run or whatever pace that you go down this tunnel, towards this Sith holding a red lightsaber. And as you get closer, you can see that it's your lightsaber that he's holding, the one that you currently have on your belt. And what's your reaction as you see that?
Is this my buddy? Is this Hasidska? Is this my bestie?
It would be a logical assumption, yes.
My other bestie?
Better. Rude.
Listen, you get rather close with someone when you share a headspace.
Okay, fair, but Jai doesn't know this guy exists, and you're just being really rude to him during an existential crisis.
Are you saying that Jai would fight Hadziska for bestie supremacy? Like, what? You can't really do that.
Oh, Jai will find a way.
You know, I can't even deny that because we all know that he would try.
I'm just hearing Jeff Goldblum in my head being like, Jai finds a way.
Look, I'm in a cave full of force magic. I'll just strap some kyber crystals to my blasters. That'll probably do the job. Nadara can help me find him. It'll be great. Team project.
So what does Anaka do?
Anaka, she doesn't like run or anything. She's just moving at a walking pace. She stops. How long is the tunnel? Like, what distance between her and Hedzuska?
Not terribly far. You're close enough to be able to see the detail of the lightsaber. Maybe 10 squares or so, like 50 feet.
Okay. And is she actually closing distance as she walks forward?
Yeah.
It's not like one of those ever stretching tunnels or anything, is it?
No, you are closing distance and you can get there. The only weird thing is if you look over your shoulder or turn around, the big room's no longer there.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna continue on walking down through until she gets about 20 feet, maybe.
Okay.
And stop. And she's going to unhook the hilt of the lightsaber from her. I don't know if she's wearing a belt or just like from inside her cloak. And she like turns it over in her hand and looks at the hilt and then back up to this figure standing in front of her. And she just kind of like gives a small nod of her head, just in acknowledgement, but she doesn't say anything.
Okay. He nods back, and you're immediately given the sense that like, this is an instructor sort of attitude and body language from him, and he just very curtly and with minimalist movements points the lightsaber blade down the tunnel, and now you can see at the end of it, it opens up into what looks like a big training room, but the structure and the architecture and everything looks like what you saw back on Korriban. And in the room is Jai and Zadu and Ilsa and Nadara, and they're all standing there with training lightsabers. And then if you look back to what we're assuming is Hedzuska, he just tells you, kill them.
I'm sorry, what? Come again, sir? Huh?
Very matter-of-factly just says, this is your training, this is your exercise, this is your test. Kill them.
How real do these people look? Like, is she aware that? Can she use her conscious brain to say these are not actually these people, or?
It looks pretty real. Like, obviously, the logic part of your brain is like, there's no way we're on Korriban. There's no way that, all of my friends are right here without their gear holding training lightsabers. But as far as your perceptions are concerned, yeah, this is absolutely real.
Damn.
And Hedzuska just says, this is the test. Kill them in advance or die.
So that's the space back behind her, like where she would have come in initially, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just Hedzuska standing there with that lightsaber.
I know what's going to make me look good, and I know what's going to make me look bad here. Anaka's going to continue to face this figure. And she's going to ignite her lightsaber.
Okay.
I wonder what the others are doing while I don't not at all decide what I'm going to do.
Okay. We'll hop over to Jai. So Jai, you're zooming down this tunnel with your jetpack. And all of a sudden, there is like a Beskar, like quarterstaff sort of thing that just pokes out of one of the walls right in front of you, getting ready to like clothesline you. What do you do?
I want to like kill the jetpack and then try to like roll under it.
Okay. Let's do an acrobatics check.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, you kill the jetpack, but you got a little too much momentum, and so it sort of just smacks you in the chest, and you flip over onto your back. It's not quite as bad as like fully clotheslining you, but it definitely was not the desired result. And as you look up, you can see Saxon just slowly walking towards you, with like a big Beskar vibro sword. And
Like the gear. Very Zadu of you.
and he doesn't say anything. He's just very stoic, almost like he's in a trance. And he just brings the sword up and looks like he's about to slice at you.
Nah. Sorry, Chief. This ain't real. And Jai's going to cross his arms under his bucket and just eyes closed.
As you do that, you can hear that vibro sword hit your armor, and it definitely feels real. It doesn't damage you, it bounces off the armor, but you can feel the impact, and it doesn't not hurt, it just doesn't do damage to you.
Okay. So I'll just Hey, Saxon, if you actually wanted me dead, you would have done it on the ship or in the hangar or that one time when we stole your helmet.
As you look back up now after feeling, the impact, you can see you're not in a tunnel anymore. You are on Mandalore, and it's been restored, but Saxon's holding the Darksaber, and behind him are tons of like Death Watch Mandos, and there is Darth Djainn sitting on a throne in Mandalore. And you can basically immediately see that like all of these Mandalorians are working for the Sith now, and Saxon has been given the Darksaber.
Darksaber, you say?
Uh-huh.
Jai stands up for that. Is he still right up there, right by me?
Yeah, he's still just standing there. And he looks like again, like he's in a trance, like he's a puppet.
Okay. Okay. Jai's going to stand there looking at him, looking at this whole tableau. And it's going to like shake his head, look back up, pull up his gun, twist the Beskar bayonet off, put his gun like on his jetpack, on its like holders, kind of flip the blade a couple times, be like, "That's not yours, Saxon. And I don't think you're yours either right now. Give."
And this Saxon turns off the blade and flips the hilt around as if they were going to hand it out to you. But rather than extend their arm, they extend their other hand and say, "Join us, and it can be yours."
Bucket off. Bucket on the ground. I will kill every one of you goddamn Death Watch. And that Sith, unless you get off my world, you traitor. And I jump at him. Just knife out front, going for the throat.
As you do, there's nothing there anymore, and you sort of stumble a little bit, and you find yourself in the big room without an entrance with Ilsa. The real Ilsa, who's also there.
Is my bucket on the floor?
Yeah, like all your stuff's still there. You're just suddenly in the big room.
I put the blade away, pick up the bucket, put it on, just. So how was your day, Ilsa?
Can she see Jai?
Yeah, you can see Jai.
It was pretty terrible, and I can't find Adara or anyone.
Yeah. Hey, do me a quick favor, Ilsa. You're like Forcey. Force-ish? Force-esque?
It just kind of gives you like a kind of stone-faced look.
Just don't try to calm them. Wait, hold on. What did Anaka do? Feel them? That feels like a word she's used.
So you said try to do it or don't try to do it?
No, try to. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on with them.
I tried that. I tried to figure out what was going on earlier, and I'll try again. Can she try again, Raven?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, was this a force check? Use the force?
Yeah, use the force.
Okay.
And you can do so with advantage too.
If it still fails, I'm going to use the destiny point.
if it fails on it like twice with the because the advantage, I will just give it to you at that point because that's totally unfair. The 14.
Let me try it one more time.
And then with the advantage.
Oh,
32.
Nat 20.
Nice. Very nice. Also, I'm sorry. I just realized I have not had your. I forgot to take the little image off because I just noticed you had your camera on.
Yeah, I turned my light off.
So sorry about that. Let me fix that so people can actually see you here. Oh, and that's the wrong one. There we go. Awesome. So Nat 20, 32, you reach out and you feel kind of the same stuff that Anaka felt earlier, in that like there's an actual presence there, and it's now sort of acknowledged that you're there as well. And in doing so, you get to feel that sort of scale of like this thing is massive and it makes you feel very, very small. But the response that you get, while not like terribly friendly, it's not hostile. You just get a response that says they're still being tested, but they are fine.
Well, stop testing them and bring them back.
And the sort of feeling that you get in return is again a lot like a parent who has said no to a child, and their child's like, but please. And they just sort of like, no.
Oh, no. You can't tell. That just makes her more stubborn.
Any further attempts just get ignored, though. So that's what you get. Does Ilsa relay that to Jai?
You see Elsa just get really angry and frustrated, like kicking the wall or something. No, she's taking her lightsaber, it doesn't work, and like trying to make it work at the wall.
So that went well. Okay, good. Jai's going to sit down against the opposite wall and lean back up against it. Is going to pull out a data pad and is going to start writing a message on it.
Okay.
She will tell Jai what she saw also, but she's really mad and like slashing at the wall with a lightsaber that doesn't work.
Don't worry, I'll fix that when we get back.
All right. And we'll pause there, hop back over to Zadu. So Zadu, what are you gonna do about the help thing? You're creeping along on the forest floor slowly towards it. There's the loud sounding predator rustling sound above you. Are you gonna keep going to try to help where the voice is coming from, or do something else?
Zadu will absolutely keep going.
Okay.
So that's just the kind of person he is.
Could I get a survival roll?
Survival. Oh man, you'd think it'd be higher.
22. That's pretty good. So as you're moving along, you're able to be relatively careful. But you can definitely tell that the large predator rustling around in the trees is some sort of like a spider-like creature. And you know that they're very dangerous and they tend to stalk their prey from above. So you are in like pretty real danger. But those cries still keep coming. And you're kind of presented with another choice of like, you can probably stop advancing and hide or get to safety, or risk getting pounced on by this massive predator, but try to save all these people that you know.
Zadu's going to man, he's really not one for stealth approach, so he's just gonna full sprint.
All right. As you full sprint, you can see you're rapidly approaching what looks like a small Wookiee hut kind of a thing. And the voices are coming from inside of it. And that's when this thing jumps down from the trees that it's in and lands right in front of you, sort of blocking your way. And you can see these giant sort of fangs on its mouth. And it's getting ready to attack you if you get any closer. What do you do?
Does it look like it's protecting this place, or?
More like it just doesn't want you to get away.
Hey, what? Sorry, what?
More like it just doesn't want you to get away, so it doesn't want you to get inside, essentially.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna try to. I want to sort of, sort of like move to one side to see if it's gonna mirror me.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Okay. It's that sort of day. It's been a while since Sada's been in this survival situation. How is there any way to intimidate this thing?
You can certainly try. I think in this case it's a persuasion roll for this system. Yeah.
Ugh. Leave me be. I have no quarrel with you. Don't know why I got old English on that. Persuasion. Come on, just,
A 21. Yeah, you are sufficiently intimidating that it sort of backs down a little bit before skittering away, leaving you free to enter the hut if you want to.
Yes. The one dangerous past, Zadu's still concerned about what other danger might be waiting. So approach the hut cautiously. I was gonna say there's no windows. Probably not.
No windows in this one.
Something like a sheik here, man. Yeah, in that case, then Zadu's gonna just go up and is there still screaming?
Yeah, they're still asking for help.
Then he'll just he'll be rude. He'll just pop open the door.
As you open the door, and to find who's asking for help, it essentially opens up into the big room, and you find yourself in the cave, the main cave entrance area without the entrance part, alongside Jai and Ilsa.
Okay. I don't really know what the vision was trying to tell me.
Yeah, join the club.
Is the first thing Zadu says when he appears.
You're being tested for something. Now we just need the other two back.
Was I supposed to kill the thing?
I don't know.
Maybe I was supposed to kill the thing.
I don't know. She's gonna kick the wall, like, bring them back.
All right. And with that, we're gonna hop over to Anaka now.
Yeah. So
Who's struggling with her own version of do it?
pretty much. All right. So yeah, Anaka stands there with her lightsaber ignited. And she's gonna start walking down the tunnel back towards that training ground.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to get into the training room without any issue.
Okay. So is she the one who has to make the first move, or is everybody else going to come at her?
You're gonna have to make the first move. All of your friends seem very hesitant to come near you. They actually all look pretty scared. And Jai looks like really sad, like puppy dog eyes sad.
That's not fun if they don't want to play. Anaka, being Anaka, she needs to have a little bit of fun. You just can't leave and say no. And when are you gonna have an opportunity to rough up on your friends, right? She's not gonna use her lightsaber. She's just gonna give them like a little nudge with the force, just like a come on, let's play.
Okay. They all back away from you, scared, seeming defenseless. When you do that, and Hadzuska, who's now suddenly in the room with you, kind of angrily tells you to strike them down, saying things along the lines of like, how do you expect to find the people that stole your childhood from you and kill them if you don't have power? You can only get power through rising above others.
Now, while I don't disagree with that statement, in fact, I think it's quite true. There is absolutely no power to be had in striking down people who cower from you and have nothing to offer you? Why choose the people who are scared and cowering when you could fight someone worth it and gain experience when you defeat them? And all that glory of having risen to the occasion. There's nothing for me here.
As you say that, and I apologize in advance because this is going to be real mean, Hadzuska seems to fade away and instead turns into a small child who's looking up at you terrified. And as you look down in your hand, it's not Hadzuska's lightsaber anymore. It's a full-on Inquisitor double-bladed lightsaber in your hand. And you are in a scene from your own past.
Okay, so are the rest of them still there as well, or is it just the child?
No, it's just the child.
Just the child.
And Hadzuska's voice does sort of come into the room slowly. And it says, "You mean helpless and defenseless like this?"
It doesn't matter what what Anaka's looking for, because in her mind, like, she still has her own sense of code, and it's not about good versus evil. It's about, this is not going to serve my purpose. Like, this is not what I'm here for. So she, I don't know. She kind of stands there looking at this child, and there's absolutely no point in this. So she disengages the lightsaber, and it's just like, no. Like, this is, it doesn't matter what you can offer me. Killing a defenseless child is not gonna give me more power. There's no power to be had from this child.
Okay. And as you say that, you suddenly find yourself in the room with Jai and Ilsa and Zadu holding your normal Hadzuska's lightsaber.
She doesn't say anything. She doesn't divulge any information about what just happened. She's like, this is fucking stupid. Like, what kind of nonsense?
Jai pats the ground next to him. It's like,
So Ilsa's going to yell for Nadara to get back right now.
Speaking of Nadara, so Nadara, you're in this empty room holding this kyber crystal for a little while. And then there's a voice, and it sounds like dozens of voices sort of layered on top of each other. It doesn't sound like any one voice. And it just calmly asks you, what will you do with this trinket?
Well, so I have this really cool box in my room, and it's where I keep things that I like.
Why this crystal? Why not any of the other gems that were in the entrance?
This one's cool. Not every crystal's a kyber crystal. Are you crazy? I can get those other things at the grocery store. Well, I guess we don't have a grocery store. But, like, I don't know. Everybody else has a kyber crystal. I just want a kyber crystal. I'm not going to do anything with it. I just like it.
And,
This is not how to get what I want.
Oh, no, I was just going to ask, like, is that true for Nadara? Does she just want it because it's rare and cool? Or does Nadara...
Yeah. No, she just, like, is obsessed with them. Like, she just... It's like you gave her the chance to meet Justin Bieber. Like, she's just going to take it. Like, lock that photo up in her diary and move on.
Okay.
I think she's very authentic. She really does like it but they fascinate her as well.
Okay. So the voice just replies, so you just appreciate its beauty and uniqueness.
cool, dude. Like, these things make lightsabers.
And yeah, with that, there's a little bit of a pause, and then suddenly you're in that same room, but Jai and Zadu and Anaka and Ilsa are all there. And that same voice can be heard by everyone now. And it just says, "I am Dantooine. Those who seek power here won't find any, but I've tested you all, and you are worthy." And instead of 5 tunnels at the end of this room, it's just 1. And there's a light at the end of that tunnel. And that's where we're gonna end our session.
Yay.
Unless anyone has reactions that they want to share.
Elsa's just gonna be like, finally you're back, Nadara. We need to get back to the ship.
Dara takes her Kyber crystal in both hands and goes, I got a Kyber crystal.
Okay, we just need to get back because this place is too much right now.
Oh, amazing.
Don't think we get to leave yet. Like looking down at the tunnel.
We're
Oh,
not doing this again.
that was fun. We're going to go on a raid here shortly, but before we do, I want to let everybody say what their favorite part was. Excuse me, where we can find them, and anything they'd like to share or plug. And we'll go reverse order, so we'll start with Par. You there, Par?
Oh, sorry, my brain was just gone.
No worries. So what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Oh boy. Favorite part. Is it wrong to say that my favorite part was Nadara dying? It was real out there as a scene. Oh, this is happening. But it was truly so much fun just to watch.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
You can find me on you can find me next on Saturday for Animus Violentis, in which I play Wine Dad.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Mr. Par, and on Twitter at Par Professional. And I think that's all I gotta say.
All right. Matt, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Oh boy. Nadara dying and being brought back was very cool. The whole dragon fight was real neat. But honestly, my favorite part was the Force Visions. Those were so well done, Raven. That
Thank
was
you.
awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Yes, that was very good. Just all of that was my favorite. Boy, you can find me here on this channel on Tuesday nights, where I GM the Tuesday night side of the Dragon Age campaign. We are coming down to the end of that, and it's going to be real interesting. Lots of things are moving. And you can find me on my Twitch channel, Fifth Draw Live, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. We're playing Inscription right now, and it is buck wild. I have a podcast called Hard Reboot, where me and 2 friends take a public domain property and give it a fresh coat of paint. And I have a prop shop called Forge of Destiny on Etsy, where I make things like this awesome broken Inquisitor lightsaber, or these things. And it's a lot of fun, and I think it's really cool. You should look at it. Thank you. Bye.
It is very cool, and there's a link to it right there in chat. Jordan, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
And I quote, "Cow a bummer, dude."
I forgot about that.
Like, I have many favorite parts, but that little tidbit that you shared was just beautiful. I did enjoy dying. I always love a good death scene followed by a resurrection. Anyways, I am Jordan, aka Sassy with Sander. You can find me on the tweeters. Sometimes when I'm not on a hiatus, which I randomly do at times. But also I am your seamstress for all things sparkly and cloak. So if you are in need of a cloak for a cosplay, daily life, a wedding, a photo shoot, just to stare at yourself in the mirror, hit me up. You can message me on Twitter, or you can find my Etsy shop at Red's Wardrobe. And yeah. Ta-da.
Awesome. Next we've got Nikki. What was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I'm not sure because I kind of missed a lot, but it was a lot of fun. I don't know. It's just a lot of fun, and like everyone having the force visions and then having no idea what's going on and ending up in the room. And Anaka kind of like saying nope to the stuff that she probably wouldn't say. Well, I guess she would say no to it if it came up. But just it was cool to see her say no to stuff like that. I am JaniePot7575 on Twitter. And I forgot what else I was going to say.
No worries. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Next, V, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? And anything you want to share or plug?
My gosh, just all the parts that were already mentioned. There a string of good parts. The whole episode was good. Yeah, just like everybody dealing with their own little pocket, and the concept of being tested was really fun. I don't know. It's just all so good. And yes, how a bummer. Sorry for your death. That's a bummer, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. No, but that scene was also very cool. I'm super happy that Anaka got to put her lightsaber through something and cause a lot of damage. So that was fun as well. But yeah, the whole episode was great from start to finish. As for myself, I have an art Twitter that you can check out if you would like to. It is at PepperoDraws, and that's Pepero like the candy, just below my little name card there. And I post sometimes. You might catch something new. Recently, I posted some eye studies. So if you want to check out sketches and stuff like that, you can certainly find me there. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Just leaves me my favorite part. The whole thing was my favorite part. The dragon fight was a lot of fun, and getting to pull that like, well, you're dead, but you're not really dead thing was fun too. And everybody's cool moves that they did and their ideas and everything. And then yeah, getting to see all your reactions to those individual sort of visions, and some reactions were not quite what I was expecting. Others were, and it was neat to see which ones were which. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the whole thing. Where you can find me next, I'll be tomorrow at noon Mountain Time for Dragon Age, where I play a punk rock mage with no respect for authority, who's also a Grey Warden. It's a fun time. You can hear me do a terrible Ferelden accent. It's fun. So that'll be right back here. And then Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for Animus Violentus, where I'll be GMing the crew over there who are getting into all sorts of fun trouble. It's a blast. And then other things to share or plug is our sponsors. Just let me get those into chat here. Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you would like, from sci-fi to high fantasy and everything in between. You can pick up physical copies on Amazon or PDFs at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom of the screen. Also, go check out Die Hard Dice at dieharddice.com. They sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. And if you use the code ANIMUS with a capital A, you can get 15% off your order until December 20th. Normally it's just 10%, but until December 20th, they've upped it for the holidays, so you can get an extra 5% off. And if you're looking for a metal set, there's a link there for a set that I recommend called the Mythica Dreamscape Nightshade set. It's very pretty. It's got black outlines with this really cool nightshade looking purple pink pattern in it. They're very satisfying to roll. And then if you're looking for polymer set, I cannot recommend enough the Black Feather Avalor set, which, as the name implies, was made for Black Feather Guild. So specifically made for this channel. They are a sort of transparent resin or polymer with dark black and dark purple swirls in it. And glitter, so it looks like a kind of like a raven feather, depending on what angle you hold it or how the light hits it. It just has this different sheen to it. They're gorgeous, and it comes with a Black Feather Guild crest sticker. So definitely check that out. It's a limited run, so it will run out eventually. So go pick up your set before they run out. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network, or on YouTube. Just go search for Black Feather Guild, and it should be the first result. All of our past shows are there, as well as our Wednesday live streams when we have those. And I think that's everything for that. So the last thing to mention is just Checkmate, which is a Kickstarter that I worked on. I wrote some of the fiction work for it. You can check that. Also did the trailer for it. You can check that out at Kickstarter. Just look for Checkmate TTRPG. It's an urban fantasy tabletop game with a chess theme. Very cool. And there's a link for it in the chat as well. I think that's everything. So we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Milady Saito, who's just a fantastic human and really cool streamer. And yeah, feel free to do a raid cry of Cowabummer if you would like. And then I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.